you watching at home. Okay, thanks for putting up with the technology. The reason
all
why
good.
I'm here, and that's the second FB Live today because I've had a rant. I quickly asked someone who I know I've worked with for a long time, who is all over niching and all over marketing, to try to help explain what this might be like. If you're thinking niche, is that just something that I put a vase on? How does this help? What does this even mean?
I love it.
You know, it's not my zone. And so I thought, what better to do than to just go and ask someone who knows this back to front. So I'm going to hand it over to Trudy. What we're doing, what we talked about today was why no one gives a shit about your free reading, because it's too general. And you know, people are saying, oh, I'm not getting any feedback. I'm not getting feedback that means something to me, you know. And I talked about visibility as one of the issues, but the other thing I talked about was it's too general. You're talking to everyone. And then someone said, well, how do I know what my niche is? What is a niche? And that's where I thought, oh, hand it over to you.
I'm happy to have this conversation. It's a conversation I have a lot. So niche can be as easy or as complicated as you want it to be. So there's kind of two approaches that you can take to it. If you're starting out and niche feels really overwhelming.
But what is a niche? Before you even go back there, like, how would you explain it to someone that doesn't even know what that is?
Niche is that ideal client that you serve, that person that you serve and that problem that you solve is the simplest way to do it. And when you're too generic, that's when your marketing message doesn't land and nobody pays you any attention because they don't feel like you're communicating with them specifically. So when you niche your readings or the work that you're doing and you're creating that message, people go, oh, you're the person that I'm looking for. Now, I have a 2-page niching document that goes really in depth when I work with people. But here's a really simple thing. If you are connecting with your abilities and you're testing things out, and I get all my clients, I ask them this question, well, what do you want to help people to either avoid, become, or create? Avoid, become, or create.
So if that's someone who's offering a reading, instead of saying like, oh, free readings for everybody, I'll just do a free reading and, you know, not even sort of say what the reading is. That's kind of not niching, isn't it?
No, because it's like, well, if I want a reading, I want a reading for specific things. We're all very busy. We're all time poor and we're scrolling through Facebook. You've got like 2 seconds to get somebody's attention. So that's like, do you want to find out what the next step is for you to become the most empowered person? Or do you want to avoid making bad decisions and learn how to tap into your intuition? So all of a sudden you get that specificity of around what the reading is for because people are outcome focused. So what's their outcome? What's the outcome they're going to get from your reading? Are they going to get...
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
like, what's in it for me?
It really is. It really is. And so if you go, well, I want to help people become more attuned to something or create something or become something. So if you've never niched in your life, when you're thinking about that, what it is that your readings create for somebody. Now I've done a really amazing reading with Denise and it was about business. You know, got some great things about business. We also got some really interesting things personal. And you were so spot on. But this is the first step. So then, what else did I share with you in that post? Now I can't remember. So become, create, or avoid.
Yeah.
And then it's like, what's that problem that you solve? Like it can be that simple. Because
so
then if you're
looking for like a relationship reading, that's niching it to a certain degree, isn't it?
Yeah, so you can pick that genre. So I do relationship readings, how to know that you're connecting to your best person, or how to identify your soulmate, or any of those things. Or I'm not a reader, so I might be being a little bit not quite spot on, but it's what does the person want? They want to know, is my ideal mate around in the next 12 months? And it's like, so that kind of thing. So then it's specific, because if I'm searching through all of the free readings on a Sunday and I'm going, I need this help with this one thing, and then boom, it's like, there it is. I'll get that reading for you, and then I can give you the feedback, because it's like, you helped me see that XYZ.
And they're probably then go, oh, well, next time I want a reading, I might pay for it, or I know that person really helped me, so they'll be.
I can refer them. Yeah.
Cool.
But if it's like, hey, I'm doing 5 free readings for the first 5 people that put their hands up, yeah, you'll get people. But if you're not reading and you don't get what they want, or they're looking for something specific, it can get, because I've put my hands up a couple of times for a free reading here and there, just out of curiosity, and I've kind of like, oh, okay, yep, that was interesting. But I
because you probably didn't give feedback either, because it didn't hit the mark.
Yeah, it was kind of like, oh, okay. And so then, now I don't know how this works in reading world, you'll be able to tell me, but I know when I work with very specific people to help them with very specific things, and we get a very specific result, and I'm really good at what I do. So if you fine tuning to develop a skill in a certain area, that's when you become an authority and you get known, and people are like, oh, if you want a relationship reading, go see Anna. If you want a business reading, go talk to Denise. If you want to like get in touch with your intuition and start trusting what you're doing in that regard, it makes it so much easier for people to identify you.
And that's niching.
That's niching.
That's niching.
It's really
only just doing one thing. Even though you might be really, really good at, say, 10 things, you're just choosing one lane, aren't you?
Yeah, get known for it, and you can always expand out. So I got known for doing course and content creation with people, and then because on either side of that there was launching and there was mindset and there was marketing, so people can come to me for all of that. But it gave me the space to branch out and become known for a lot of things, because I specialized and people knew me for that one thing for a good 18 months. Yeah.
And
because it doesn't limit you.
Clients too, right? Because you got the right
because
client.
it's that whole thing. It's like, if I said to everyone who watches this, you are only allowed to work with one particular person for the rest of your life, who's that person? How are you going to help them avoid something, create something, or become someone? Then all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, I want to work with this. I want to do that. I want to focus on unicorn card readings, because I've got my unicorn deck. I'm just going to do, so anyone who's attracted to the transformational power of unicorns, and they see I work with a unicorn deck, so that potentially could be another way to connect with people, like with the kinds of readings that you do, or like, so I work with the unicorn deck, or I work with the oracle deck, or I do rune readings and I'm in touch with ancient druids and I'm connected to that earth energy. This is what you will find you can get from working with me.
Well, there is someone that does unicorns here, so you're perfectly onto it. She does messages from the unicorns. That's niching. Because
if I saw that, I'd be like, oh my God, I need to work with her. She does unicorn cards. Like, so, but if somebody's just like, yeah, I've got a deck and it's something, I work with this deck and it's like, and I get messages from here. So tarot and angels. So it's like people that are really attuned to angels, like they're going to go, I want a beautiful, gentle angel reading. Or you might be like, I am the hard ass. I don't hold back. I'm like, give you the full reading. I am like the in-depth, you might be the tough reader, like the person who doesn't fluff things up, make things pretty. Like whatever it is. Yeah. Because I loved my reading with you, Denise, because there was no fluff.
Yeah. So that's niching too.
You get to choose.
It's all about, it's because you share your style, the way you do it. That's niching. So people know if they want the no BS, no fluff style, they go to this person. If they want a soft, gentle style.
Teresa, pick one. I'm reading Teresa's comments. Pick one and start from there. Pick
It
one.
is.
Just there's no, and if you do it for like 3 months, 6 months, you're like, yep, you know what, this is fun, but I haven't quite hit the mark. Do
Change
another
it.
one. You're not locked in forever. So, and this is the thing. So I did content stuff, got known for that, got known for the squad and the mastermind stuff. Now I'm moving into video marketing. So you can move through it and grow and expand, but give yourself something to start off. It's like, oh my gosh, she did this. It was great. Oh my gosh, she's doing this now. But
And
be
now she's doing
specific.
video, because we
Yeah.
all know that you coach coaches and you teach people how to create amazing courses online, which is the one I did with you. And then it was like, oh yeah, you do this. But if you don't know them for one thing, you won't know them for anything. And remember, Teresa, you know, we did B School together. Remember Marie Forleo, she says, if you're talking to everyone, you're talking to no one. And that's a bit like when you offer if you just say, hey, I'm doing free readings, you're talking to everyone. And people don't feel that connection, do they? They go,
And people probably aren't going to value it because like, oh, free readings, you know, I can go into this group on this day and get a free reading, or this group. But it's like, my reading is focused on this. It's like, yep, boom, I need that. And that's at the end of the reading as well. Like, just say to them, hey, if you really enjoyed the reading, jump onto my Facebook page. I'd love a review. That's another way. If you're not getting the testimonials and you're not getting the feedback, if someone's not prepared to do a review, they potentially didn't quite get a good result. And that in itself is feedback. Because most people don't want to say nasty things, but they'd rather not say anything. So if you ask for a review, and if people don't give me a review or a testimonial, then I'm like, okay, I've missed the mark. And I'll go back and say, what could I do better? That's a whole other sort of conversation, but I'm not afraid to ask. I'm very much about growth, and it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to get better if I don't ask. But niching, it's, you know, there's so much resistance because people get scared of getting locked into like this one thing forever. You're not locked in forever. Do the thing, have fun, see where it goes, get known for that, and then add another level and another layer and build up. And then all of a sudden you're like, yes, you do this, this, and this. But you might find I work with this niche and everyone comes to me. I'm getting referred. I'm getting booked out. I'm loving it. Give yourself permission to do the thing that you love.
And that's really the
I could rant. Yeah. Could so rant about this. It can scare people sometimes.
Yeah. You know, like if you love it, then that's a pretty big sign that it's your niche.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, I mean, I work with women that have been in business for a year to 18 months. They're spinning their wheels. They're getting stuck. They're not getting the traction and the momentum that they want. I do this by doing X, Y, Z. So that's sort of how you can approach it as well. So
to get locked in when what I do continue expands. You don't have, I think you can lock yourself in, Teresa. But yeah, I love this because it's all an experiment, isn't it? All an experiment.
It's fun because when you stop making it hard and just go, you know what, I'm just going to love what I do, and this is the thing that I love right now, and let's just take it through to its finish point or just let it keep going. Robin said her group doesn't like new things. I don't know your group or anything, but that's a general approach of like getting very specific. Like obviously if you're, well, not obviously, but I'm guessing your group is used to you doing one thing. So maybe you're very niche to that group.
Maybe you've already got your niche.
Maybe. It's kind of hard to be sort of more specific, but yeah, from one sentence, that's probably a bit more of a conversation, but evolve your group.
Well, maybe she can contact you. Maybe she can reach out and say, hey, Trudy, because you are part of the playground, so we can find you, can't we?
Yeah.
If we want.
I'm in here. I did a rune reading for somebody last year and she really liked it, and then I freaked out and I didn't do another one. Because I love unicorn cards and runes. My runes are my babies. So
there you go. That's your niche.
So Robin, if they like tarot cards and you like tarot cards, is there anything that does have to change? Maybe the specific outcomes that people are getting from the tarot card readings. So it could be today today the readings are going to be focused on your business or on changing this or whatever it is that you want to do, but give it a focus and have a play with that if you want to get sort of more in depth around a potential niche.
Cool. And Kerry just asked, do you have an offer as a service?
I'm always happy to have like a little 15-minute chat. I'm going to be building some niching sort of offers and stuff, like actual opt-ins, but I can do a 15-minute chat and see if I can help you. That's on me. Or if you want to book in a 90-minute session and just really just break down the whole thing, like we can do something that way as well. I'm flexible. Depends on what you need.
Maybe pop in your link or something in the comments after we finish up here.
I'll have to come back and do it a little later because I'm actually not at home at a friend's house. So hence the beautiful garden in the background and everything. I'm not home. So, but I can pop in later and do it.
Whenever.
If anyone has questions, you're more than welcome to write them on the bottom and in the post and that as well. Like, and I can answer what I can answer here. Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's see. I'm passionate about niche and sorry, I was just going to say I'm passionate about niche because it really helps you get a powerful marketing message. And when your message really hits home to people, people will find you because they're looking for something. And if you can show them that you've got what they're looking for and you can help them with whatever it is, either become, avoid, create, whatever, you will find that people will find you so much easier and you will start booking out. And you'll get the clients that you love to work with. I love my clients. Like, I love my clients so much, I get emotional and I get teary sometimes because I've niched to where and my message finds them. And that's the joy of niching. Don't be afraid of it. Look at it as something that is just so joyful. Because then it's not like work.
It's a bit like the whales. I always think, that the male whales, they perfect their song for months to attract the perfect female, and they practice their song, and every boy whale has a unique song that is only their song, and the ones that have the best song attract the girlfriend, attract the partner, and the ones that still need to work on their song, well, they got to wait till next mating season. It's a bit like that, isn't it?
And just imagine if they weren't singing and how lonely and sad they would be.
Awesome.
So niche doesn't have to be scary. It doesn't have to be limiting. It doesn't hold you back. It actually opens up so much possibility when you embrace it for the magic thing that it is. Yes, I love niching.
Awesome. I'm so glad that I grabbed you and you had time and this just happened the way it happened because you're the expert and you explained it so well. Thank you.
Okay, so Teresa, your thing's probably a copy thing then if you're not getting a response on that. My battery is running low, so if I do cut out, I will come back to it. But I would look at that and go, so where you're stuck. So who is the kind of woman that is coming to you? Is she a businesswoman? Is she a mum? Is she somebody who's looking to create something in her life? Is she looking to avoid something? Is there, if you have an overall view of who's finding you or who you want to specifically work with, that will help you if you're not getting a lot of bookings and a lot like the kind of bookings that you want. Does that help, Teresa?
It's not about your skill because I work with you, Teresa. You've got awesome skill. It sounds like it's the messaging.
Yeah. To me, it would be like, I will channel a message for you and find out XYZ. Support you to create the next XYZ in your life. Help you become XYZ. Help you avoid whatever it is that people want. So you can have a look at the readings that you have done, and because I'm a big person around the data as well, look at the people that have come to you. What are you helping them find, or what are they discovering? I mean, look, if it's
What
working
do
for
they rave
you,
about?
don't worry about it. Like, you don't, like, if you're getting like enough people and getting everything you need, you don't have to mess with it. But if you want more, or you want to get known for something, the channel who supports women too.
Fill in the blank.
Yeah.
Because channeling is like a free reading, isn't it? Channeling is channeling. It's so open. And then, I've got to niche down into that. What do my guides talk about? What do your guides, I know they can talk about anything, of course, but there's got to be a kind
do
of
your
thing,
guides have a particular message that they tend to share with people? Is it personal, professional? Is it let my guides help you refine your professional direction? Or I'm kind of just throwing stuff out there, but not having spoken to you, it's kind of guesswork. I'm channeling. But I find that, honestly, with what I do when I'm creating messaging for people, it's just like people are like, wow, what did you just say? I'm like, I don't know. This is why we record all the calls, because it just comes through. So maybe ask your guides, do a meditation, or, when they come to you, what's their message? Do they have something that they want to share? There's so many, like, it's just play with it and have some fun. That would be my thing. So
we need to get you back on again so you can really go for it. But you know what? You could offer a free discovery session to talk about this. But anyway, add your interesting stuff down there. You've got a few people that are probably look like they're dying to chat to you more so they can understand their niche, especially in this world, because it's very different, and a lot of this concept will be new to some people. So it'll be a nice way to kind of gently ease into the idea, and also save you a lot of time and effort, because you're zoning into what you want straight away. Otherwise, you're going to flounder around for another year and maybe get disheartened.
Well, I put an offer up in a group once, and it was random, it was spontaneous, and I put in there, I'm like, sometimes I know that I've got guides and I've just this voice that just says, just do this thing, and I just do it because I trust it. And I put in my copy, my guides have guided me to put this offer out. It was a ridiculously crazy good offer. And it connected with people, because there were spiritual people in the group who thought that I would potentially not be spiritual enough to work with them. But because I was specific around where my message had come from, they connected to it. So, I could talk about this for hours, but...
All right. Well, thank you so much, Trudy. I'm so glad you jumped on, and thank you for helping us out. That was awesome.
It took me a while to get niche. So, but when I got it, it was like, oh, this makes everything so much easier. So much easier.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
All right.
Cool. Hi, guys. Thanks for watching.
No worries.
Thanks, Trudy.
Bye. My pleasure.